quite connecting. It's connecting to chat, so that suggests to me that it's not quite there yet. Uh,
There we go. It's up.
Hello there, everyone. We're taking a break between Mass Effects because those games are fun, but also very dense, and this is a game that's also fun, but less dense. It's much more focused. It's Control, which we've already played a few times, but we're just gonna pick up where we left off, and this is gonna be our breather. And I did, in fact, remember to take the overlay off. Now, I do apologize. I will be the one playing. Mill will be joining me and attempting to riff and make fun of my fear when I get jump scared by, like, a lamp falling over or something. Which has already happened, incidentally, a couple of times. And I will apologize, though, as you may have learned by this point. My dog has a habit of throwing up when I stream, which I have recently learned is not something that dogs do for attention. It's just because she's incompetent and turns herself into a living butter churner by rolling around in place. So, you know,
It's
the dog takes after the master. We're both
fairness,
equally
I like
incompetent.
that sounds like fairly typical dog behavior, so I'm not sure if you can call it being incompetent.
I mean, like, well, no, because, like, the incompetence comes in with the fact that she can't even do it, like, every time, reliably. Like, it'd be one thing if she, like, reliably threw up every time, but it only seems to happen when I'm streaming. So she's either incompetent or hyper-competent, and I'm not sure which one scares me more. Anyway, let's go shoot a gun with... Let's go have our ginger shoot a gun.
Last I checked, we were somewhere in the communications department, which is why I titled the stream as such. Yes, communications.
Familiarize myself with the controls. Oh, you just like auto target, huh? He gained this power last time by.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Oh, it's glowing. I thought it could actually do something, but yeah. So we have an inventory. We have collectibles. We have research and records. Ooh. Ah, I see. They have... There's different enemy types, which doesn't really make a difference, because we kind of just, like, shoot them either way.
We're just sort of stumbling our way through.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, a floppy disk with nuclear launch codes gives us telekinesis. Because that makes sense. So why is the...
I don't know whether keeping nuclear launch codes on a floppy disk in this day and age is genius or idiotic.
I mean, why not both?
I mean, it's like genius because it's just like, if you don't tell anyone that they're on a floppy disk, who fucking has a computer with a floppy disk drive nowadays?
Well, I mean, aren't, like, most countries, like, global defense system mainframes and stuff still using computers made in, like, the 70s and 80s?
Probably.
Like,
Banks certainly are.
apparently most, nuclear power plants still use the same sort of computers that were used in Chernobyl, which, you know, in hindsight is probably not a great idea. So yeah, I really like this, though. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted. So, another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted and redacted. for any off-message opinions, but we're looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Oh, Tomasi. Remember him? He's that guy who does the thing.
Yes, I 100% remember him.
So do we want, like, more health or more energy recovery speed?
How likely do you think it's going to be that you die?
I'm probably gonna die, but the thing is, enemies drop, like, healing bubbles, and also I am not good at aiming, and as a result, I fire wildly. And, like, I feel like the telekinesis is gonna help with that. But have I not? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, where can we even fast travel to? Okay, so we can go to Central Exit. We're in Dead Letters right now, which... not ominous at all. Alright, now, let me just... where are we supposed to go?
The communications department? Or
Okay.
through the communications department?
Yeah, okay. Oh! Hi! Oh, thank God you shot me. Your aim is almost as bad as mine. Oh, good. That acts as a shield breaker. Come on, aim for the one with, like, shields. Ah! Wait a second.
This doesn't appear to be going overly well. Oh, great.
Yeah, I have to imagine, like, you think I can... am I invisible? Is this a glitch? Is this a bug or a feature?
I don't know.
You never can tell with this game.
Who made this? Was it Bethesda?
I'm not sure, actually.
If it's Bethesda, it's a feature.
Oh, yep, it's definitely a bug. Huh.
Maybe try fast traveling and seeing if that restores it.
I was just gonna do that. Fast travel. Also, can we just talk about the fact that Jesse Faden, this ostensibly normal person who is a terrifying eldritch abomination for the sole reason of being a ginger. Oh, there we
too
go.
cruel to the redheads.
There's
still a part of her missing.
Yeah, let's just fast travel
And now the rest of us missing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be slightly behind because I'm watching on the stream rather than Discord. You can probably end the Discord screen share, Fuzzy.
You know what? That's probably for the best. It'll also, like, prevent my computer from dying too much.
So unless we have Nitro, it's just going to be a fucking, like, laggy mess.
Can you still hear me okay, though?
I can still hear you, yeah.
Okay. She's back.
We really need to.
You okay
like...
there, bud?
No, he's staring at. Oh no, he's back up again.
Why are you being?
Why is he squatting?
Yeah, no, I'm like. Do we have any outfits? No.
Oh, he's back up again. I'll give him that. Like I like a good squat as much as the next person. Like it can be quite relaxing to just crouch down.
You know what's
I have to be
alarming
careful.
to me?
Go ahead.
We're the director of this super secret eldritch agency, and we still don't even have basic clearance.
Yeah.
We've been in here, cause like see.
Why does the director need clearance? It's not like they do anything. They just sit in an office and like occasionally order people around. Introduction to Paranatural Topics.
80 kilobytes.
Hello, darling.
The CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts.
I mean, depending on when exactly this happened, that might have been like on purpose because
dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did.
Because like
we don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk
after Chernobyl,
It's an object of
what's his face?
okay.
Weinstein birthmark.
Oops.
Gorbachev.
Oh, and it can launch
Really
things
wasn't a
independently
fan
from
of
the air.
fan
To
of
date,
nuclear
we've
stuff.
launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
So, you know, if they got a hold of the nuclear launch codes after Chernobyl, then very possible Gorbachev just went, yeah, give it to them. It's better if we don't have them and we can't start something.
Especially if, like, it's also an Eldritch artifact.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help. I doubt Gorbachev trusted a single fucking person in that country.
I don't think Gorbachev trusted anyone, period. I'm sorry, what was that? And why did I blow up? Here. Ah! I slap you with the power of Eldritch Explosion. I cast Eldritch Blast. Are we a warlock? You're a warlock?
Oh, are we warlocks? Are we getting our power from some Eldritch abomination?
I mean, I have to imagine so.
Then yeah, we're a warlock, of some kind. Oh dear, that person is just hanging in midair.
That's kind of what they do. Who are you, and why do you look like someone from the Reagan administration?
Oh, Reagan. That twat.
We can't talk about Reagan. It's like too controversial. We'll get.
What's controversial about it? He put all his fucking faith into an economic plan that is demonstrably false.
I mean,
Trickle-down economics does not work.
I mean, let's be real. He knew it was false the moment he put it into place. He was like, he knew what he was doing.
I mean, obviously, yeah, and that's kind of what makes it worse.
Yes, exactly. Like, he wasn't incompetent. He was just evil. There's a difference. I mean, like, if you think about it, Reagan is basically single-handedly responsible for late-stage capitalism.
Yep. Because that's the thing. The American economic system was more based... Before Reagan, it was more based on... She okay? Shoot her to find out if she's okay.
Oh, by the way, we were talking about Tomasi. I think we killed Tomasi last stream?
We might have killed Tomasi.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, I was wondering why Tomasi was familiar. He was the PR team leader guy. We saw in all the notes, and then we shot him in the head a bunch until he died.
Cool.
Hey. Hey. Can't look at me like that.
But yeah, before Reagan, you know, the U.S. economic system was based much more on FDR's way of doing things, which was, like, not incredible, but it was better than the fucking, like, ultra-conservative way the U.S. economic system works now.
Right? Like, it was, like, it wasn't quite, like, as good as, like, a welfare-based system, but it still had, like, basic social welfare programs.
Well, yeah, because it was put in place to help recovery from the fucking Wall Street crash. I think FDR gets or doesn't get as good a rap as he maybe deserves, because hey, he was actually willing to.
Wait a second. I think are we backtracking? We shouldn't be. Oh, I think we may have like finished this and then gone back to the save point.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
last time we played this, didn't your computer die?
Oh, that's what it was. My
Emily
computer.
said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
I like Jesse's voice actor. Do you know who it is?
I can check.
Is it someone known or is it? Excuse me? Don't make static noises like that. You'll jump scare me. Do you think they do the sound effects before or after the fact?
I have to think after.
Well, no, like, do you think they kind of, like, have a sound in mind and then kind of, like, fit the dialogue to that? Or do you think they, like, write the dialogue first and see how creepy they can make it?
I think probably if I mean honestly, it's probably both. Like, there's probably some that like
Ooh,
they write
loot!
knowing that they want exactly this sound effect for, and then there's some that they just go, "Oh, we probably need a sound effect here. Yeah, let's put this one in."
So, we have a lot of currency and, like, materials. And I have no idea what they're for or how we use them. I have to imagine there's some sort of crafting system since there's like an upgrade system at least.
Also, Jesse is played by Courtney Hope.
Sounds familiar. I feel like I should know who that is. At the same time, it's
She has been in 286 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful.
huh. That is not what I expected. This is definitely kind of a change of pace in that case. Biscuit. Oh, okay, okay. Such is life with Doge. Please entertain the audience. I think we have to use the restroom. Sorry. Biscuit?
So
Why you gotta be like that?
got some good news this week in terms of
we started the stream. And you wonder why we don't take you on the longer road trips.
so yeah, some good news.
Road trip last week was probably your limit, wasn't it? Like a couple of hours.
I'll eventually get this out
Okay, come on.
once he leaves
go.
the room. I think he's left the room now. FIFA might be stopping their partnership with EA Sports, which means we might stop. Well, no, we'll still get the shitty EA football games. We'll get more football games with proper licenses. That said, we're still. I mean, it's probably not going to change that much. Like, sports games are very hard to do properly. So only the really big studios like 2K and EA can actually get away with doing them. Apparently, the most recent PES Pro Evolution Soccer went quite badly. Again, as a sign of Konami being Konami. It's no more evident than the fact that there have been a good half a dozen to a dozen rugby games in the last 13 years since 14 years since Rugby '08 by EA Sports came out, and none of them are anywhere near as good as fucking Rugby '08 in terms of actual gameplay. And Rugby '08, I'm gonna be honest, is not brilliant. It's simplistic, and the graphics are pretty shitty, but to be fair, graphics aren't that important, honestly, at this point. Frankly, we should just say that graphics have reached a plateau and let the dev teams actually focus on stuff that actually matters. Like, honestly, does it really matter if a game looks hyper realistic or it's a bunch of stick figures? does it really, really matter? I mean, I remember seeing like some fucking douchebag on Twitter saying that in God of War Ragnarok they wanted to be able to chop a fucking tree down with Kratos' axe, and it's just like, why the fuck do you want devs to waste their time doing that? What does that add to the game experience? You being able to chop down a fucking tree. So fucking dumb. And honestly, it'll make gameplay worse because I don't know about you, but I don't especially want to be getting my axe caught on fucking trees as I'm trying to fight. Such an awful, awful idea. Why would anyone actually want that to happen other than complete and utter dumbasses who have no idea how game development works?
Are we talking about the new dad of Boy?
Well, I'm just saying that. I was initially talking about how EA and FIFA seem to be angling towards a split, but I moved on to the fact that, frankly, graphics have reached a plateau, and game devs should, stop putting as much attention into like improving them. There's no point.
Yeah, at this point it's kind of just like you're never gonna reach like total photorealism, so I'm like maybe just like don't even try anymore.
Yeah, just like obviously, get to the point where you want your graphics to be, but don't push it. I'd rather you put the time you are going to spend into improving the graphics into improving the gameplay. But that reminded me of a completely dumbass
Maybe
take
there's a
I saw
key
on
nearby.
Twitter of somebody who, the new in Ragnarok, wants to be able to cut down trees with Kratos' axe.
That would just like take so much needless processing power, and also I believe we're about to get our first clearance key card, which mean you know what that means. Backtracking for
This
Metroidvania
must
stuff.
open the door.
Probably a boss fight.
Also, there's this weird like oh, there's a control point here. Oh yeah, it's definitely a boss fight.
But yeah, like I was just saying that. Do you really want where if you're like fighting in the fucking woods? Do you really want to be swinging your axe and keep hitting trees and getting it stuck as the enemies just wail on you?
Yeah, that's just like dumb.
It's just an incredibly stupid idea, and it adds nothing. It adds literally nothing. I don't care if fucking Kratos can cut down a tree in the game. I know he can do it, and I know he can do it. So why the fuck do I have to be the one who does it? Like, have you
Also,
seen that man?
I've always wondered about that. Also, this is a very alarming bathroom. Way too dark. I've always actually wondered about that. Why did it take him so many swings to cut that tree down? The man can, like, split mountains in half with his bare fists. Why did it take him, like, so many swings to cut down one tree in the opening of that first game?
Holding back so he didn't just, like, obliterate the forest?
Like, you know what I mean. He seems like the kind of person who has a decent grasp over his own strength.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's
Probably could have chopped it in one go without, like, damaging anything.
he was getting his frustration out, and like, obviously if he just cuts through it in one or two strokes, then there's no real like getting out of frustration or anger over the fact that, hey, his wife died.
Oh no. So, do you think this was like you could have found the clearance in either place, or do you think like the key cards are disposable?
This seems like one of those ultra paranoid. Oh, by disposable do you mean like it's one use only? Not sure. Try and find out next time you lose a one.
Tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his...
I mean, I call bullshit. There's no way somebody can write that small and that neatly on a whiteboard. without like smudging everything.
Hey, how do you know it was a human being who wrote it?
I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program,
Even the Eldritch Abominations are going to struggle to write that neatly on a whiteboard.
Oh no, if you have
I mean, I
tentacles.
suppose they could have used permanent marker. But then that's just a dick move. You're never going to be able to get that fucking whiteboard clean now.
Had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers.
Anyway, back to Dad of Boy. I'm really looking forward to the new game. I really enjoyed the first one.
How do you feel about possibly like?
I happily took the room.
So, you know what I'm gonna say?
Checking under the bed first. No ghosts.
Also, I don't know why the Disney Plus series has ruined me, but I cannot say Loki anymore. The first word that comes to mind is now always Licko.
Under the bed.
Whenever I think of the Norse god, yeah, the Norse god of mischief, Licko.
Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated.
But
The night manager was kind enough.
I mean, it seems appropriately Loki-like.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I feel like they're probably going to be cowards and not explore small Licko's gender fluidity the same way Marvel didn't, even though that was kind of one of the biggest things about his character.
Probably not.
Also, I love the fact that Norse mythology had some, like, slice of life, shonen anime-ass antics. Right? Like,
Yeah.
the whole Thor cross-dressing as a giant's bride episode is absolutely out of, like, episode 6 of a 13-episode shonen anime.
Yeah.
Oh! Right. I recently binged Bloom Into You, finally. I've been on a bit of a Yuri kick lately.
Oh, amazing. How did you find it?
It was great.
Yeah.
So initially, it was a bit awkward because of, like, let's be real, Nanami was she was a bit pushy.
Yeah, and like, no, here's the thing that I really like about that aspect though, is when Nanami first kisses you, she apologizes for it because she realizes it's not okay that she like
Did
kissed
so
without asking.
without consent. And
Yeah.
It's like I will be honest though. I related more to first like early series you than I did to late series you, because I was like, oh, it's an aromantic lesbian, like, you know, I can relate to that, but no, she's demi-romantic.
Yeah, I mean that is the thing. She thinks she's aromantic, but she's not actually.
Yeah.
The aromantic and asexual one is Maki, who is
We don't
best
know
boy.
if he's asexual, we know he's aromantic, but we don't know if he likes to get down and dirty.
That's fair.
But, yeah, no, Maki is a filthy little boy who likes to watch, and I love him.
Oh no, he's fantastic. I absolutely adore him.
I love that
Absolutely.
he's like the shipper on deck, and he's probably
Yeah.
like, especially later in the series, he's probably kind of pivotal to their relationship, which I feel like.
Oh,
a lot of-
100%. He is the fucking just one who just keeps poking them forward. Like, certainly poking you forward.
See, I am not gonna get the headshot boost because that requires you to have like competent aiming skills, and I don't have that.
So, did you watch the anime or read the manga?
I watched the anime and then finished, read the manga where it picked up.
Okay, so you are fully one of us.
100.
I'm fairly sure that's what Jack and I did, and Lord as well, I think.
Oh. Hi there. Oh, that's not creepy at all. Oh, this is Tomasi.
Ah! Well, have fun with this boss fight.
Oh no, he has my powers. Ah! Can I dodge roll? I don't know if I can.
I mean, there's lots of stuff here to hide behind. I mean, If
Oh,
he
never
has your powers and he can dodge roll, you should be able to. Yeah. Death.
I feel that this is going to be a more difficult fight than I had assumed. Mainly because I'm incompetent.
But yeah, the anime is like superb.
It's incredible. I especially my favorite part of it, without a doubt, is the soundtrack.
Oh no, the soundtrack is great.
100%.
I'm so glad I bought it on a whim when I was in Japan.
So, like, low-key, there's at least one song in there that sounds like the Twilight Town theme from Kingdom Hearts. Oh, it's... fully Dark Soulsing in here. Oh! Right. This is that, like, this is the... Do you hear singing?
I don't hear a thing.
Wait. Is the audio not coming through in Twitch?
I'm sure it is on Twitch, but I have to keep it muted so that I don't just like hear us talking.
So you remember Adi?
Adi,
the creepy janitor man
oh yeah, that guy
who sings Norwegian folk songs. Yeah, I can hear him, which is terrifying.
Yeah, there's definitely sound coming through on the stream.
Okay, good.
It's a little quiet, but that could just be also because my sound settings.
Yeah, also I kind of have to like balance between your
Oh yeah, no, it's fucking awful having to balance it between
game audio and your audio.
Game audio and people audio. Like fucking Mass Effect fucked me last stream because it suddenly had that fucking Prothean guy whose fucking voice was like so much louder than everybody else's, and so was actually drowning you and Get Out. So I had to skip through the dialogue as quick as possible and hope that it wasn't too loud. Oh hey, a red shield. But yeah, the Bloom anime is like stupendous.
Yes.
I've got two favorite scenes. The first is when Nanami visits Yu's bedroom, and you just gets up close and just goes stare.
I love that. Yes.
I know what you're thinking, stare. And then the second one is the school festival with Yu's big gay realization.
Nanami is absolutely horny on her. Just like talk about that.
No, 100%. She is horny on Mage stuff.
Oh, damage boost. That sounds pretty useful. Yeah, 20%, flat 20% damage up, and I feel like I should... Yeah, I need the health. Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, I've been on a real Yuri kick lately. I also read through the entirety of the available Kase-san chapters. I read the Adachi and Shimomura manga as well, which I wish there was more, but I'm probably just gonna end up getting the light novels.
Have they actually gotten together?
According to my brief wiki dive, they have in the novels, but not like in the manga. The manga is really slow.
How much of the manga is there?
So there's two manga for some reason.
Okay.
One of them just kind of ended. It was like a promotional thing, and the other one is still ongoing, but it like started from the beginning anyway, so it's just now caught up to where the original one ended.
Right.
And I think they don't even like cover the entirety of the first volume.
Oh, okay.
Of the novel. Like, I'm pretty sure the novel has an official English release, so I'm just gonna see if I can get those on Amazon.
It almost certainly does.
I've also heard about another series which actually pointed out a very glaring flaw in modern Yuri.
Go on.
in
I mean,
Japan.
I want to I want to bitch about Adachi and Shimamura, but we can do that afterwards.
Oh, I absolutely agree. The thing that frustrates me about Modern Yuri is that it's kind of all slice of life, like high school stuff. Like, I swear to God, if I have to sit through one more sports festival, school festival, Kyoto trip, I'm gonna throw something.
No, that is fair. That is very fair.
Like,
there are very few non-school based Yuris.
And I found one that's apparently very good. It's called Other Side Picnic.
Other Side Picnic. That is pretty decent.
Right?
So let me first rant about Adachi and Shimamura.
Yes, please.
I haven't read the source material for any of these. They just got animes. Adachi and Shimamura was fall 2020. 12 episodes of fucking nothing.
Yeah, no.
Of just teasing. Just genuinely so frustrating. I'm so glad that was also the season with Tonikawa, and that it aired. Adachi and Shimamura aired Thursdays, Tonikawa aired Fridays. It was so refreshing to watch Tonikawa the day after and just get an actual fucking proper romance instead of just two teenage girls circling each other like fucking wolves.
I mean, if I recall correctly, Adachi's the horny one, right?
Yes. Adachi is the one who actually, realizes, hey, I like this girl. Maybe that says something about me.
Yeah, so it's like, that's one of the other problems, is like, I've realized that just like, the majority of Yuri are like that, and it's like not enough. Well, no, let's be real! The majority of anime are like that. Or like manga are like that. Like recently, I made the mistake of like reading the first few chapters of a series called I forget what it's called. But, something San is full of openings, and it is like its head.
That sounds very yikes.
Well, no, it's kind of just like, it's pet vaguely ecchi without actually committing in any way, and it spent 279 chapters and 3 years of high school plus college entrance exams, and like the first year of college to get to the confession.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a bi-weekly series.
Ooh.
So like,
pain,
I'm just
basically.
gonna like, it's hell. I'm gonna like sprint, jump, levitate, shoot, aim, multi-launch.
But yeah, Adachi and Shimamura, 12 episodes of blue balling. Other Side Picnic was better about that. Well, they still didn't get together in the anime. But
Though, to be fair, the romance is it does take a bit of a backseat in Other Side Picnic.
It's definitely an interesting show. It's not my favorite one ever. I mean, the production values weren't particularly brilliant, if I'm honest.
It's very niche, right? 3 is already not very mainstream, and then it's like sci-fi, like vaguely sci-fantasy Yuri on top of that. It's kind of just like, but from what I can tell, I believe there is like significant progress. Like I don't know. I've covered more than 1 or 2 volumes of the light novel.
Yeah, no, I've definitely heard that there is like actual fucking progress. Let me just get what I.
You know what's really good? I like both Kase-san and Tadakoro-san, because they kind of just like get into it like within like the first arc is the confession, and the rest of it is their inner relationship.
Yeah.
So finding 2 series like that is quite good. Also, control is apparently the evade button. It's not working though.
Which control is it? Like, is it left or right control?
If I have no idea why in God's name it would be right control.
Like how like
Huh.
are you?
It's also like apparently. Huh. Apparently you can do a lot of this stuff. Okay, maybe I just haven't unlocked it yet, because there's a lot of stuff on that that is not unlocked, which is gonna make this hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Prepare to throw mail. Honestly, why you gotta be a creeper like that, huh?
Yeah.
They can
But yeah, looking at my write-up for Other Side Picnics anime, basically my issues, or big issue beyond the lack of confirmation, even knowing that it, is a Yuri and not bait, is that it was very episodic.
Okay, so I've learned the pattern. I can only hit him with my projector, with my telekinesis. He is telekinizing at me. And that interrupts his telekinization. Otherwise he just dodges. Why does he get to dodge roll when I dodge? Oh, thank God. Actually, it's actually a great use. Ah! There was health right there. Oh, this is gonna be
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
So this is a Souls-like, in case you hadn't realized. I.e., the basic enemies are decently easy to take care of, but can still kill you if you are caught off guard. And the bosses will just do butt stuff to you non-consensually, like repeatedly.
Speaking of that, I'm not sure how I feel about this season's BL anime.
There's a BL? Wait, are you trying to imply that there's BL anime this season?
I mean, no, there isn't, because, animated cowards. But this season it is, or the one that's airing this season is called Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window, I think it is. Or is it? Yeah. Yeah, Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window. And basically, it's like a supernatural one, where...
Which is less unusual than Supernatural Yuri.
But basically they are like, I mean, they're basically having sex without actually having sex.
Oh, that's like in a healthy way or like a non-consensual way?
That's sort of why I am like. I think at some point during the first episode it does become consensual.
The fact that it becomes consensual and does not start that way is concerning. Like,
yeah,
deeply.
that's kind of my big issue. I mean, beyond the fact that its production values are quite bad.
So basically you're telling me it's Stockholm Syndrome.
I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it past the first, like, couple of episodes. Especially considering there is a, far more homoerotically charged anime this season. And I'm actually kind of, like, in love with it, just based on the first episode. Because it manages to revitalize two type genres by, smashing them together. Because it's a vampire idol show.
So it's yaoi vampire idols.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if they're actually yaoi, but holy fuck. I mean, vampires in general are highly
There's like a lot of homoerotic
sexualized.
there.
Yeah, I mean, fucking case study of Vanitas. Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of like, there you are, you rat. Coward, whatever. Also, I realized, I think, I was gonna say my deaths were self-inflicted, but, I'm so close to killing him, I really don't want to die here. Ah!
Mwah, 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 mwah. I actually should still have that app on my phone. Or on my backup phone.
But yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I had kind of like lost faith in anime as a medium, but I think like it's not that I have faith in anime as a medium again, but I feel like
Did that come through?
it didn't. Kind of, just barely. Oh, that came through
They can
loud
fly
and clear.
now.
Good.
Great.
Okay, I can do that whenever you die. Especially if you get close. Anyway, you were saying about how you've maybe regained some faith in anime?
Not faith, but like I've remembered that there's such a thing as good anime out there.
Yeah.
It's like hard to remember sometimes. Most of it isn't.
No, oh no, I 100% understand anyone who like stops watching anime because of all the absolutely awful stuff out there. I mean, the fact that fucking do you remember Water 10, Fuzzy?
Like one of the most popular manga in the Yuri category on manga decks.
Yeah, and it's, you know, pedo stuff.
Yes,
Of course it is.
It's like not even. It doesn't even have the excuse of she's actually a 3,000-year-old dragon. No, it's literally just like they're like elementary school students, and she's like a college student, if I recall correctly.
College student Miyako Hoshino is quite shy around people. When her 5th grade sister Hinata brings her classmate Hana Shirosaki home, Miyako instantly becomes captivated by Hana's cuteness.
Yeah, I don't think cuteness is the thing that captivates her, and that's like not a good look.
But yeah, so that got a movie. Or is getting a movie. Yeah.
And we still haven't escaped the isekai bubble.
No, we're never escaping the isekai bubble. Frankly, I probably would have maybe lost faith in or started losing faith in anime more if I hadn't have just decided to boycott all isekai, or at least all new isekai. Because frankly, it's not worth going through like 95% of trash just to get the occasional decent one.
Okay. Now I can play the sound. Yeah,
Got a
so,
lot of it's a Failboard app. It's quite good. I've also got this. Which, when I first got the app, I did not
that
know
did
what
not
it
come
was
through
from.
at all.
Oh, did it not come through? Let's
No.
try again. How about that?
Tiny whisper.
It's just fucking. I think it's the Ocean dubs over 9,000.
Ah!
Like when I first got the Failboard app, I did not know what it was from. Now I do, and it's great.
But,
Anyway, but yeah, it's not worth like going through all the shitty isekai to get the occasional good one.
now I'm gonna like take this opportunity to shill Trash of the Counts family again, featuring the one hot redhead who is, I'm pretty sure, Arrow Ace, and instead of collecting a harem, he collects a family of adopted children, which is infinitely more wholesome. And no, he does not in fact bang any of the children. Which, I hate that I have to clarify that.
I know, we do have to make that distinction.
But yeah, it's adorable, and I love it, and also it actually makes use of the isekai trope in a very, very interesting way. Like, it like works that into the story. Like, I'm gonna be straight with you, I would recommend this series as much as I recommend Cradle. And you know how I love me some Cradle.
Also, on the subject of Cradle, it is now up for pre-order in the US.
Is it?
Yeah.
See,
Or the
I'm
Recruit.
actually like not gonna pre-order this time because I'm gonna be probably moving to Australia to get it, if you know what I'm saying.
They can fly now.
But I can't promise, like, I will give it a try, because, hey, I'm actually my course is making me very busy nowadays.
Oh no.
Very, very busy.
So I'm not sure what the window is to like. Yeah, I don't think I can. I think I just can't hit him with the telekinesis.
And it's worth doing, because you can take out the stuff that
So it's very useful for small boys.
yeah.
Which is basically your only source of health in this fight, so, you know. Oh, wait! Drops, like, health pickup when you damage. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've realized the size of the object that you throw corresponds to its damage. Which is not something you'd think... I know that makes sense, but like that's actually not something that's necessarily true in all games of this type. Okay, so it turns out I just need to like... Oh! The boss fight has phases. Oh, unless... Oh, okay.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Ah, it's a recurring boss fight. Gotcha.
Let's stay focused.
Oh, God!
Line should be
That's
past
terrible.
the
That's
mountain.
disgusting.
Poor guy.
Look at that. He ripped his lower jaw off. It's terrifying.
Clearly, Tomasi wanted a BJ.
Okay, that's like a bit dark even for me.
Is it that dark?
I mean, the implication is that he orally R-worded the dude so hard that his lower jaw was ripped off.
I was saying he ripped it off before.
I mean, it's still like implying the R word.
Like, the dude's an eldritch abomination. Do you think they have that like, choosier morals?
Well, no, you're right, but like, you shouldn't say it. Also, I realized. See that? That's what was killing me.
Ah.
Turns out, carrying a big old flammable gas tank over your head while things are shooting at you, is bad.
Inflammable means flammable? What a country.
It still pisses me off that flammable and inflammable are both valid and they both mean different things. Also, can we talk about how this, like, random civilian who is probably, like, some sort of weird orphan who was the victim of, like, an attack of some sort has better stamina than Shepard because her sprint is infinite?
Yeah. I mean, hey, maybe Shepard focused too much on anaerobic exercise, and Jesse focuses on aerobic exercise. Which is one of the few things I still remember from GCSE PE.
There's PE in GCSE? I'm lucky I went to a high school where they just, like, gave up on PE after grade 9, and I moved here so I didn't actually have to do grade 9, so I just got away with no PE in high school.
I mean, I got away with not having to do the practical for my PE GCSE. I say got away with, it was because I'd hurt my back badly enough that I couldn't do much physical activity for several months.
Yeah, that's probably like not ideal. The butt summary.
Oh, it was hell, and it still affects me to this day. But it got me out of having to do stuff. So
A spate? A spate. Who uses that word in 2021?
I probably do.
Who uses that word in 1992 even?
Fancy people.
A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butt. I know it's probably not pronounced out like that, but I'm gonna call it Butt, Montana.
I mean, maybe it is. I mean, I didn't think the Emperor in Fire Force would actually have his name actually pronounced as Raffles. But hey, he does, and I find it hilarious.
I gave up on. Have you been keeping up with that series? I gave up on that series when they had the revelation that the one character was literally Jesus Christ.
Now, well, I intend on finishing season 2 at some point. I haven't gone to it yet.
So, Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity, of course, located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent also... Oh! Huh. So, apparently, the house was kidnapping people. Oh, right. Hiss elevated. Huh. That implies Tomasi's not the only one, and also he's gonna be showing up again.
Have fun with that.
Ugh. Golf, huh? Fun. So... You remember the weirdest things as a kid? I remember a movie. I don't know what its name was. Where some random kids found, like, a wishing object. Like, that granted
Wishing
wishes.
or witching?
Wishing.
Okay, wishing.
Granted wishes. And they did shenanigans.
Dr. Tomasi, head of comms.
Oh, hey, now you
That
have
is not
Tomasi's
how I
ID.
pictured Tomasi to look like originally.
Oh man, that idea is 2 years out of date now.
That's
Almost to the day.
Huh. Wait a second. What if it's like the game is designed to do that?
I don't think it's that clever.
The hiss got him.
When did Control come out?
But no, I was
August 2019. I think it's more likely they just picked a date slightly in the future from August.
Now, here's the thing. That movie was like absolute garbage, straight to video material, right? One of the first wishes made was like, we wish all the grown-ups would disappear, and immediately everyone over the age of aged 13 and over just vanished, which is horrifying if you think about it. It's like, how many planes do you think crashed in the background?
Oh, lots.
But yeah, so they just ignored the implied genocide, as straight-to-video wish fulfillment tween movies tend to do. It had the standard, like, romantic subplot, the standard bully subplot, then they also had, like, one of the vapid hot girl who is the one that the protag has a crush on, but turns out to be, like, not the love interest in favor of the tomboy childhood friend, you know, that trope. It had her...
Question, when the remaining people turned 13, did they then disappear?
Yes, that was the plot point of the birthday party.
Ah. Hang
the
on.
only adult
No,
pair.
no. Hang on. This is sounding incredibly similar to Cocktatorship.
I'm sorry, what now?
Do you remember the fucking giant chicken apocalypse manga?
Mill, I can't forget that manga even when I want to.
This is sounding so fucking familiar to that.
I'm sure it's a coincidence.
I don't want it to be a coincidence.
Because this movie did come out in like the early 90s, or like late 90s, early 2000s.
No, I'm not saying that this copied off Cocktatorship.
No,
I'm
I'm
saying the
saying
other
that,
way
yeah,
around.
Cocktatorship may have like found inspiration here. No. More so than that, what ended up happening is that there was one adult left who was a janitor who was like developmentally delayed, which was not like a well done portrayal in the early 2000s, as I'm sure you can.
I mean, obviously.
Huh?
I mean, obviously, yeah.
And one thing that I cannot forget from that movie that sticks with me to this day and constantly comes into my head is that the token overweight kid, you know exactly what he was, curly hair, overweight, white child. You know the one. I'm surprised they found so many actors to play the same character in that era.
Found the movie.
Hmm?
I found the movie.
You found the movie?
Kids World. Starring Christopher Lloyd.
I'm sorry, the janitor was Christopher Lloyd? I hadn't watched Back to the Future at that point, so it didn't occur to me. Oh my god. So, yeah.
This won awards?
Apparently. Good lord, I knew the janitor seemed familiar. It was Christopher freaking Lloyd.
2001.
So yeah, the stupidest gag in that movie. The dude wanted to, the overweight child wanted to wish for either telepathy or telekinesis, but he wished for telephonesis. Which, somehow, the wishing stone interpreted as making an old-style rotary telephone receiver grow out of the sides of his head.
Jesus Christ.
And that scene haunts me to this day. I still, to this day, remember just randomly, whenever, like, telepathy or telekinesis is brought up, I just remember him holding the orb and saying, like, exclaiming confidently, I wish for telephonesis! Like, to that specific tone, and I'm just like, why do I remember this and not, like, the questions on my midterm?
All right, take
Oh
this
no,
down.
I remember the
situation
stupidest
in
stuff.
Cuba has been
Like,
evaluated by
seriously.
the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff
But,
at the U.S. Embassy
speaking
in
of
Havana
things
was
that
caused
still
by
haunt me,
sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power.
Have
Numerous
you
personnel
watched
have
Doctor
damage
Who?
to the inner ear, but most are expected to
I've
make
watched
a
it
full
on and off.
recovery. Of
I
course, the
pried
odds are
my
better
way
than cellular
through the
balls,
entirety
but
of Capaldi's
gently
run
announced
because I
Stephen
still
Lloyd
maintain
does.
Capaldi's probably the single most wasted doctor in Doctor Who history.
Baldy is a fantastic doctor. He was not given the best
Good
storylines.
luck, huh?
He got stuck
So
with
much easier.
Clara.
Hey, are you still recording this?
I think in the final season, his stuff with Bill and Nardole is really good.
Nardole is great. Bill, like, take her or leave her.
I think they've got good chemistry with each other at the very least. But what I was thinking about is, do you remember in Eccleston's run?
Eccleston's run is actually one I haven't watched at all.
Okay, so this will be news to you. There was a two-parter, I think pretty late on, which was actually the first introduction of Captain Jack Harkness.
Wait, Jack Harkness showed up that late?
You mean that early?
Or wait, when was Eccleston? Wasn't Eccleston like in the like?
Eccleston was 9. He was the first
No, I
Doctor
know
of
he
the
was the
revival.
first Doctor of the reboot, like the ninth Doctor. But like, what year in real life was?
2005.
Oh wow! I thought, huh? Okay, never mind. I'm misremembering. You know what I did watch a lot of as a child.
Do you want to leave this room, by the way?
Yes, I do, but like I feel like we're gonna like start triggering like major cutscene and story content afterwards.
The hotline can't be far now.
You know what? Let's
We've
just
just been
like,
wandering
let's
around
just,
it for like 10 minutes.
You know what? Let's just like get through the story first a little bit, and then once we get to like more exploration and shooting enemies, we can talk about Doctor Who. Let me see.
And I'll keep talking until the game cuts me off. So there was a two-parter set in set in Blitz era London, where the enemy of the 2 weeks was a little boy with a gas mask on, going, "Are you my mummy?"
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it was fucking terrifying. It still is pretty fucking terrifying. And like, it was able to
What supplement?
infect, corrupt other people, so they grew gas masks out of their face and started saying,
good
"Are you my mummy?" as
Lord.
well.
That's horrible.
Where there was a shot at the end of the first episode of the two-parter, where you got to see in visceral detail just this fucking gas mask growing out of this guy's face. And let me tell you, how old was I at the time? I was probably 7 or 8 at the time. That fucking terrified me to the point where I didn't actually I'm not sure if I actually watched the end of that episode, the first episode, and I had to go upstairs, and my mum had to reassure me that, hey, it's a TV show, the Doctor will always win, don't worry too much. But for the second episode of the two-parter, I watched from behind the sofa. Well, I didn't watch, I listened.
Mill?
Yeah?
That was 16 years ago.
I know.
I feel so... 2005 was 16 years ago, Mel. I keep thinking it was like 5 years ago, but it was 16 years ago.
I'll tell you what makes me feel old is the fact that Scrubs is 20 years old.
Ah!
Yeah, no, that one gets me. That one makes me feel old. Because Scrubs was such a, like, huge part of my childhood. And to know that it's 20 years old now is just like, oh my god.
Wait a second, I feel like there's a story told in these pictures. Dudes watering horses. Dudes crossing river.
Is it Brokeback Mountain?
Oh my god, it might be. Wait, no.
If we get to see a picture where the dudes on the horse are just fucking, I'm saying it's Brokeback Mountain.
I mean, no, because like there's only one dude at the end. There's 2 dudes to start, then a lot of dudes, and then just one dude. I feel like that's an allegory for something deep and meaningful, but I just don't have the intelligence to put that together. I'm luckier with Doctor Who. The only Doctor Who thing that really like has fudged me up because I didn't really have that much of a context was the Weeping Angels.
Weeping Angels are terrifying.
Weeping
like,
Angels
Jesus
just conceptually
Christ.
are just like, I can't. But yeah, I watched.
The worst thing, and I don't think I realized this. I didn't realize this as a kid. It was only when I was rewatching it as a teenager/adult. The end of that episode, where it implies that all statues are weeping angels, is so terrifying.
See, I don't buy that, because, like, at that point, like, they would be, like, there wouldn't be any people left.
I mean, the implication is that they, a lot of them
Hibernating?
are dormant because, because they don't have enough energy. Because that was the whole thing in Matt Smith's first encounter with the Weeping Angels, and dear God, do I love Matt Smith, by the way.
Matt Smith is great. Tennant is good, but like, I feel like some of his storylines were a bit overdramatic.
Yeah. Tennant's stories are hit and miss. He's got some very, very good stories, but he's also got stuff like Love and Monsters.
So, do you know what I watched a lot as a child, not knowing that it had anything to do with Doctor Who?
Sarah Jane Adventures?
And K9.
Yeah, K9. Love K9.
K9 was a bit more hit and miss, because, like, I don't know. Like, I love K9 as a character, but, like, the show was not as good. But Sarah Jane Adventures was, like, a lot of fun. And it was very odd, because, like, it was a children's show starring, like, a middle-aged mom.
Yeah.
Somehow it was still, like, really good. Like,
I
liked it as a child.
If you wanna like tear up, apparently in 2020 or during lockdown, Russell T Davies wrote a little thing, then got slightly acted and just mostly narrated. That was basically Sarah Jane's funeral.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like they have a couple of Sarah Jane era companions there that have a few lines, and obviously the main actors from the Sarah Jane Adventures. Unfortunately, don't have any of the doctors, but that's still fine.
I really don't like the idea of fatal psychic trauma. Also, remember how we read about a light switch? It teleported you?
Oh yeah. Pull it. See where you end up.
Oh, that's
fun.
scary. Oh, notice. Overview motel and casino entry point. Catalyst, light switch. The law of 3 applies. Can someone please remind me what the law of 3 is?
Well, I assume you, pull it 2 more times and you'll see.
Oh.
I assume. I don't know what the law of 3 is, necessarily. Oh.
Don't speak to me or my son ever again.
I love that I've got 2 Izuku figures that I can do that with. Because I've got a fucking giant
please.
one.
Oh, dear God, don't make me redo the boss fight. Okay. Also, you lose 10% of your currency every time you die, which sucks.
Yep.
But thankfully,
Try walking off the edge.
Huh?
Try walking off the edge then. But yeah, I've got.
Okay. So enemies respawn. That must be how you respawn currency.
Yeah, probably. So it's like. But yeah. I really love all my Izuku figures. I've got so many of them now.
I don't know, figures have never been my thing.
I mean, they're less figures and more statues.
But you know what?
What
I mean.
Yeah.
Like, solid collectibles like that have never been my thing, really. How did you miss it point blank range?
Because you sent it into the wall.
Okay, what about that?
You didn't actually bring it towards yourself, so you just sent it into the pillar.
What's the other one?
What were we talking about before you walked off the edge? Probably Doctor Who related?
Yes, Doctor Who. Right. We were talking about how, something about Sarah Jane Adventures being good. Oh, right. Like, really, I was, the segue I was gonna do is, I just love Capaldi so much. He's so good.
No, he is genuinely so...
He's just a phenomenal doctor. It's just,
Yeah.
Was Stephen Moffat still the showrunner?
I think he was.
How did he drop the ball so hard? It's like most of his stuff with like Tennant and Smith was excellent.
Plus side, Russell T. Davis is back. He's showing up.
Now, here's the thing, I haven't tried Lady Doctor yet, because like she does that thing where she like talks real fast,
Yeah.
and I can find it hard to understand.
So what I've been doing is I've basically been or I've been catching up via
Wiki
basically the only reaction channel I watch, which is Plug Blind Wave, because I do really like them, and they generally are have some very good discussions, and one of them did bring up a very good point in that Whittaker just hasn't really had that big, well, certainly not in her first season. She didn't have it in her first season. That big Doctor moment of holy shit, you know, this is a like incredibly intelligent Time Lord. You know how try to think what Tennant's first or like Smith's was that scene in the very first episode where he brought the giant floating eyeball back and just went fucking ham on it and scared it away. Like
I like, so this was one of like the less good episodes of Capaldi's run, but like there was one moment that I really liked in that is the one with the two-dimensional creatures. You remember that one?
oh yeah, the boneless.
The boneless. That's what he called them. Like his
It seems you're
Gandalf
determined
ass
to play your part.
Ian
Yeah,
McKellen Scottish "You shall not pass" moment.
yeah.
That was badass.
Oh no, that's fantastic.
I don't care what you say about like the episode quality. That monologue, that speech from Capaldi gave me chills.
No, Capaldi has some absolutely incredible speeches. Like the one that I always remember is I haven't actually even fucking watched that episode, but it's the war speech at the end of Zygon Inversion.
I think I remember that, yeah.
Like I absolutely adore that speech. So click it another couple of times. See what happens. It's possible nothing will happen.
Me?
I don't know.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
I'm gonna guess by that Yelp yes.
No.
Well, sort of.
So I
Stayed
had
at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road. On
No,
the run,
you don't
on
get to
the
leave.
radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Yeah, I do. I think I haven't watched much of Whittaker's second season, but her two-parter with the new master was very good.
Wait, there's a new master?
Yes.
Is it Boy Master or Grill Master again?
Boy Master. It is
Aww.
an Asian master, like South Asian master.
Huh. That's cool, but I also don't know. Is that technically cultural appropriation? Can Time Lords do cultural appropriation?
Let me just get the name of the actor. No, I don't want the movie. Why would I want the movie called The Master? I obviously want the character called The Master. Sasha Dhawan. Born to Indian parents.
I liked Missy, though.
Missy was great. Missy is superb. This guy is pretty good as well, though, honestly.
Also, I feel like they really just, like, missed the opportunity to... Because, like, thus far, the Master and the Doctor have had homoerotic subtext and het subtext. They missed the opportunity to have the lesbian subtext.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But, like, let's be real. The Master absolutely wants to bang the Doctor.
Oh, 100%.
Like a
100%.
billion percent. Also, my
Yeah.
dog is making concerning noises. Not the vomiting noises, but like the shaking about and possibly going to eat my grandmother noises. I'm just gonna check that out. You continue ranting about like slow-paced tease anime.
Oh, do I have to? I mean, I'll tell you what I'll fucking rant about. I'll fucking rant about Wonder Egg again. Because, like, Jesus Christ, did that shit the bed so much. It's so disappointing because, like, it has the type of trans representation that we could only fucking dream of in one single episode.
to nap on the bed now? I mean,
And
quite
then it
frankly,
just-
you sleep all day, but like, I wish I could sleep as much as you, so I'm really not gonna be the pot calling the kettle black here. Okay, come on. Come on. Would you like some belly rubs?
What else? What else can I rant about? I could rant about those Snow White notes. That was, frankly, disappointing in the end. I wasn't much of a fan of To Your Eternity. I'm just going through what I've watched in 2021. What did I watch in summer? I should remember what I watched in summer, but I don't. Oh, the fact that the fact that heteronormativity was the best villain of summer 2021 is quite frankly hilarious, but also very sad.
What were you ranting about?
I wasn't really ranting about anything. I was just chuckling about how summer 2021's best antagonist in terms of anime was heteronormativity.
You know, I feel like that's the antagonist of a lot of years.
No, that is the antagonist in a lot of seasons, but it was no plainer this season in summer.
Why?
Because
what happened?
basically it's based off two shows. One of them, Vanitas, Case Study of Vanitas, because Jesus fucking Christ, the homoerotic subtext between Vanitas and Noe is off the charts, and yet it seems to be setting both of them up with female characters.
Oh god. It's bad
And the whole
just, like,
Vanitas,
don't have them act on it, but to actually like force them.
Put it this way. There is an episode that literally starts with Noe and Vanitas dancing together, and Noe saying, "What the devil is love?" There is no heterosexual explanation for that. And yet it's fucking Vanitas is only letting a female character suck his blood. I do mean that in a euphemistic way, honestly, because Case Study of Vanitas really, really pushes the whole sexualized vampire bites angle.
Oh no.
So yeah, so that's one of them. The other one is Aquatope on White Sands, which again, there are so many scenes in which there is literally no heterosexual explanation for it between the two leads, Kukuru and Fuka. And yet,
god, it's Yuri bait.
at the end of the first season or first core, sorry, had the two girls declaring that they are like sisters, and there's been a lot of focus on one of the male characters who it looks like has an interest in Kukuru.
So it's Yuri bait.
Possibly. I'm hoping against hope that it won't do that, but I'm not like too optimistic at this point.
Usually, have you noticed that usually when you hope against hope that something's like not gonna do a thing, it does the thing?
No, I shouldn't get my hopes up too much. But
I mean,
I'm also
like-
the same.
Oh, by
I'm
the
the
way-
same person. I'm the same person who keeps like seeing that Weekly Shonen Jump starting new series that I know have absolutely no chance of survival, and yet I keep reading them.
Yeah, like at that point,
Sextuple P has literally got a like 1% chance of survival. I know it's not.
you're
going to
already
survive.
invested.
and I'm already invested. It's quite a nice manga because it's a fucking music-based manga, and it's just not gonna survive in fucking Shonen Jump.
Like, sometimes
In a
I don't even
different
understand why authors, like, bother.
why authors bother?
Yeah?
I mean, to be fair, at this point, like even your traditional shonen looks like it might struggle
No,
in
even
current day
Shonen is,
Shonen
like,
Jump.
Shonen Jump isn't a shonen magazine anymore under the current administration. Shonen Jump
Yeah,
is a gag manga
fuck the current
magazine.
editor. I'm so like okay. So anyone who's watched the channel's anime streams, are you gonna unpause at some point?
I'm like, my dog is, like, moving all over the place and, like, making some... That. My dog
Woof
is doing
woof.
that. So, yeah, you
Okay.
continue talking about this while I see if I can
Yeah.
settle down my dog.
So anyone who's watched our anime streams knows that I have a slight. I mean, it's not even a dislike. I don't actually dislike Kenjiro Suda. It's just funny to play up me having a feud with him over him appearing in like so much shit. Um, I do think he's a limited voice actor because, like, Jesus Christ, he can't do anything emotional, anything like more than vaguely irritated. And that does make him a good fit for some characters. Like, he's a good fit for Nanami in Jujutsu Kaisen, like, for sure. And he can do, like, incredibly menacing, like he did in Appare Ranman. But when he tried to give, like, an emotional pump-up speech in Special 7, which was fall 2019, it fell flat because he's not great at that sort of thing. Anyway, as much as I play up that for humor reasons, my hatred of High School Family, which is currently running in Shonen Jump, is genuine, and it is like almost all encompassing. I am actually furious that that series is still going. It has been going for over a year, despite the fact that it is sold like utter, utter trash. Like, genuinely, it has been outsold by Build King, which was axed after 20 chapters, Hard Boiled Cop and Dolphin, which was axed, Candy Flurry, which was axed. It sold just over 100 more copies in its most recent volume sold 3,034 copies in its first week. Nine Dragons' Ball Parade, which was widely like panned like as terrible and got axed after again about 20 chapters, sold 2,926 copies in its first week after being axed. So it's only 100 copies behind. And the most like genuinely infuriating bit. Let me just get because I've ranted about this a lot, so it should be easy to find. Uh, in the 2 weeks that High School Family was getting properly ranked, it sold around 5,000 copies. In the first 2 weeks of its final volume, Phantom Seer sold 21,000 copies. 21,000. That's outselling. Well, that actually, let me. I'm actually going
Basically,
to
what
go.
you're saying is at this point, it's not even like a business decision thing.
No, it's not a business
It's entirely
decision
a personal preference thing. How old is the editor? Is he close to death? Let's hope he dies soon.
I don't know. I hope he steps down.
Why step
Let me
down?
just
Why wish for him to step down when you can just wish for him to be deceased?
because I do try, unless they are genuinely awful people, I do try and not wish death on somebody.
See, I have much lower standards than you. I'm kind of just like, if they're even, like, slightly a dick, I'm just like, what if you died, though? But yeah, I'm gonna ring this bell and hope that I don't get jump scared by whoever shows up. Also, is that... Oh, okay, I thought that was an anime character and I got excited.
Hello? Anyone here?
I feel like it's not supposed to make the cash register noise. Right? It's making the cash register noise. I'm not the only one hearing it.
Hmm.
Also, the fact that I can't use my gun in here is concerning to me.
July 23rd, that should be enough to find. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting the that's why it wasn't showing up. Okay, so Phantom Sears final volume sold 27,614 copies. 27,000. I would like to point out that Sakamoto Days Volume 2 sold 26,000 copies. Me and Roboko Volume 4, as of week 3, after which it dropped out of the rankings, was on 18,000 copies. Magu-chan was on 7,000 copies before dropping out. And as I've said, High School Family was on 5,000 copies. How? Like, what justification? And those are all gag series, I should point out.
Obviously, yes.
All 4 of them are gag series. And they're selling like well, Sakamoto Days and Me and Roboko aren't really selling like garbage, but Magu-chan and High School Family are certainly selling like garbage.
Like, let's not forget the fact that one of the most marketed series right now, or in recent memory, has been Undead Unluck, which is literally the gag of that gag manga is sexual assault.
Yeah.
That is in and of itself enough justification for me to hope that the dude croaks. Oh, this is ominous. The door's gonna close behind me, isn't it? Oh, that's me, isn't it? Yep, that's me. I recognize the weird bangs.
Wait. Oh, sorry, I'm not even watching at this point. I'm too busy doing something. This... I need to check something. Where is it? Where is it?
Well,
There
there's
it
a
is.
bridge now.
I'm 50.
I gotta pick up the phone now while sitting in this nice chair. Oh, and I'm back on the astral plane. Great.
So, the current editor the current editor-in-chief of Weekly Shonen Jump is a dude called Hiroyuki Nakano. He is actually in Bakuman.
Oh, considering the quality of the series, I can understand why. You know, I mean, isn't Bakuman the series that's like...
Oh yeah, it absolutely, 100% is. Like it is entirely problematic. Like it's entertaining enough and it's interesting to get a insight into the world of Shonen Jump. But yeah, there is a lot holding it back.
You know what, I've seen recently in a couple of series that the comments generally say something that's very sad but very true.
Go on.
It's been a trend recently for a series featuring, creators of some sort to have female editors, and I'm just like, haha, Japan doesn't. Female editors. What is this, a fantasy series? And that's just depressing to think about.
Yeah.
There was one in Tadokoro-san, which is one of the best Yuri manga I've read in recent memory, that actually had a plot line like this, in which I'm sorry. That's terrifying to think about.
You nearly died.
Yes, I did. So it has a guy. The one of the love interests is one of the girls is a mangaka, and her first two meetings with the editor at the magazine that she's submitting to are an editor who is literally the embodiment of the Hiroyuki Nakano style editors, who are like, you're not good enough, or you have to follow market trends, or just, I don't like you.
Right.
And then later, it has this an unbelievable thing that's just sad, thinking about how unrealistic it is, in which a female editor at the same office, forces the dick editor to hand her over, and they actually form a good working relationship. I'm just like, I wish that happened in real life.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall.
Well,
Marshall especially, my head of operations.
considering how
She sees
Tomasi
right through me.
turned out,
She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
And it is interesting there are so many live action segments in this game.
oh, that's not great.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach
Oh,
Dredge.
yeah.
Listen to him.
Bleeding from the
He
nose.
feels more like an echo.
Independent/dependent.
Okay, was it breaking the fourth wall there, or is it Huh. I guess I can play these later. They're collectibles, so apparently it's not quite mandatory to look them up. I just can't wait until I get to the
info.
upgrade and
I
level
need
up
to get back to Emily.
section.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
That was me getting distracted.
Jessie is now debating whether or not to tell Emily about the voice in her head. Also, this door wasn't here before, huh? That's when I'm shooting the security cameras as a matter of principle. Hey, didn't I trash this office? I did
Probably.
trash this office. Like, thoroughly. Which president is that? Oh, the bloodstains still. Who moved the corpse? I thought I told the people to keep the corpse where it is. So don't take people's pictures without consent. Oh, I have a change of clothes now. If I could. Oh, I just realized something. It'd be a lot easier to crash the office with telekinesis.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're still somehow government funded. That's kind of odd to me. But okay. Weird, but I'll allow it. Ooh, you know what? This is a good chance to, like, backtrack now a little bit now that we have, like, level 1 security clearance.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, for example. I'm sure they put this here on purpose. Who died? Not as exciting as I'd hoped it would be, but, you know, that makes a certain amount of sense, I guess.
So in 2019, there was a interview with the current editor-in-chief, and he said his favorite manga was Doraemon, Hinukimon, and Captain Tsubasa.
That doesn't even make sense, because, like, okay, if you like Captain Tsubasa, why don't you allow things like Beast Children to exist?
No.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building
Poor Beast
follow
Children.
these simple steps. 1.
Speaking of homoerotic subtext,
There wasn't enough time for there to be homoerotic subtext in that.
yeah, but it is like a series about people, like, boys just getting real up close and personal with each other, you know what I'm saying?
Rugby is less sexual than you're making it out to be.
Every sport is less sexual than media makes it out to be.
Admittedly, I had a friend who was dragged out of a ruck by a scrotum.
Huh.
But that was, you know, more painful than
No,
pleasurable.
I have to imagine there's some people who, would be into
He
that.
did not find it pleasurable.
I know,
He was quite
but,
annoyed
like,
about it.
I'm just saying. Just because he didn't doesn't mean someone wouldn't. Wait, there's just a collectible in here? There's no loot? Ah, there must be loot. Even if it's just a crafting material. I assume these are crafting materials.
Probably. They're called materials.
Crafting
Seemed
or
weird
upgrade
for them
materials,
not
one
to
of the
be-
two.
Yeah.
Bound to be worth something. Let me just, like, touch the control point. Now, let me see, do I have... I always check, like, I'm pretty sure I have, like, the Super Duper Deluxe Complete Edition, which is supposed to have a bunch of DLC costumes included.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I can't. Maybe I have to unlock them later or something?
Have you made sure to download
Jesse,
them?
did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
But yeah, going back to the current Weekly Shonen Jump stuff, I have very low hopes for Sex Double P. Have very low hopes for Red Hood, and very low hopes for Neru. The latter two have been at the bottom for their entire bottom of the table of contents pretty much the entire time.
At this point, quite frankly, you know what's funny? I'm pretty sure this editor-in-chief is stupid enough that he probably would have axed One Piece. If One Piece had come out, like, in his tenure.
I'm not sure. One Piece was relatively gag heavy at first.
Yeah, but, like, he has no taste.
Like something like My Hero, yeah, I could see him definitely axing.
What did he say?
He talked about his management
That's
team.
not
People who
not
knew
gag
the
heavy.
Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling, Tomasi, but he's gone. His gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
He's probably dead.
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Corona?
Yeah, I can find a way.
Damn lockdowns.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well.
For real though,
All that and his can't seem to
lockdowns are
affect
good,
you.
and there should have been.
I mean, I would love
Well,
to run some
there shouldn't have
tests
been
on
more
you.
of them. They should have just been better
If
sustained.
You agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We
So,
need
like,
to get these sectors open to
this is
locate
kind of
Darling and
odd.
Marshall.
And I'll look for
Everyone's
a way inside the
acknowledging that
maintenance
we're just a complete
The sooner we
scrub.
find one, the sooner I
Like,
can
just
show
we have no
someone.
idea what we're doing. But they're also all acknowledging that we are the director. There's, like, a
Yep.
dissonance there that's, like, making me uncomfortable, and I think that's the point.
Probably.
What are you thinking of this game so far?
Hey, it's interesting. I'll be honest, I've not been paying that much attention to the story, and I've obviously not got much of an idea for the gameplay. But it seems interesting enough.
Oh no. It's the Dark Souls swamp level. Oh wait, no, that's not a swamp, that's just green flooring. Or light.
It's just a green filter over the camera.
You have to give the game credit at least. It's very good at setting up atmosphere.
Definitely.
Haha! Upgrades!
Here's something I didn't realize until today. Dr. Stone started after Demon Slayer.
Did it have like a lot of breaks? Because I'm pretty sure it has less chapters than Demon Slayer.
That's more chapters than Demon Slayer now.
But it had less.
Because Demon Slayer had 205 or has 205 chapters. Doctor Stone is currently on 214. I mean, I assumed that meant that considering Demon
How
Slayer's
long
been
ago? Yeah, it ended. Yeah.
done for a while now. Doctor Stone started March 2017. Demon
Hi,
Slayer,
Jesse.
February 2016. Yeah.
Where did the hiss come? I'm not sure. You said the hit. Did you see anything like? No. See the oldest open. I don't even know.
Okay, I
But
thought
amid
there
the
was new
lockdown, the hiss
dialogue
is
because she was
pretty
like.
shitty world out there. With you.
Okay, I thought it was new dialogue
Thanks,
since she had
Emily.
like a glowing
I'm
indicator.
sure I'll have more questions soon.
But like there isn't.
Just let me know.
Also, we've unlocked crafting finally, or like upgrades and stuff.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
That's just Adi the janitor, you know. I'm sure you know who he is, right? He's totally not some sort of eldritch abomination that like no one actually knows about, right? Right?
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Oh god.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Okay, that
Obviously,
is.
never read the P6 data.
I've been made angrier again.
Oh god, what happened?
I've just realized that High School Family and Phantom Seer were in the same batch of new series.
Well, that just sucks.
Yeah. That genuinely makes me angry. Very, very angry.
Huh. I can just make my shotgun now. I'm assuming that's the
Good.
shotgun.
Called Shatter, so expected to be relatively powerful.
Oh no. Loot
Oh, no?
boxes. I can make
Oh,
random
no.
weapon and personal mods. That's funny. Well, I mean, like, the constructs are low level and I already have higher level stuff, so I guess... Crafting now. Ooh, there's a skill tree. No, there's a skill tree. How do I have so many skill points? Huh. Launch damage, melee damage, energy health. Okay, what are you thinking?
Well,
I do use
definitely
launch a
health.
lot.
I mean, you've died probably.
From using launch a lot, yes.
Well, you've died from using launch a lot, so. But I don't think you need much launch damage because you do a decent amount of damage. It's probably
What I want
energy.
is I kind of want to branch down into this where I can just launch the grenades and explosives back at the enemy. That's probably the best thing. Let's get a bit of health for now. And then I just want to see if this unlocks this. Okay, no, never mind. You have to like I don't have enough points, so I will just. You know what? I'll just do the boring thing and put a point in each of my things. Cool. I have additional slots, which is nice. What are board countermeasures? Oh, I think these are side quests. Cool. Oh, I don't have spin. Accept these three, and I'll accept these once I get spin. I can't make the new one yet. Okay. Okay.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
Here? But we don't have the proper facilities.
Maybe.
We talk about the fact that, like, I really, really liked Tom Hiddleston's, like, Norwegian folk songs in Loki.
No, but you know, Tom Hiddleston is fantastic.
Yeah, but, like, were you not a fan of the, like, one episode with the folk songs on Lamentus?
Oh no, as I said, I mean, I enjoyed all of Loki generally. I'm still not 100% certain about the self-cessed stuff, but
I mean, it's really funny, but it's very in line with the character of Loki, right? Like,
it is in line with the character of Loki. I can't deny that. But at the same time, if they didn't do that, would we be saying, "Oh, it's not true to the character of Loki"?
well,
I don't
no,
think we would.
no, but like, it's kind of funny. Which weapon is F? Hang on, is there a weapon wheel or something? I feel like there's... Huh. F.
Also, just to return very quickly to Shonen Jump, just as a one last dig at them. It's very interesting looking at their axing rate in 2015 to 2019, where
Oh, I have to equip it.
frankly the vast majority of the stuff got axed. Like there is a big long list of series, and let's see, the only ones that really lasted. Wow. That lasted. Bolt's still going, unfortunately. Promise Neverland lasted. We Never Learn lasted. Dr. Stone still ongoing.
Yep, it's a shotgun.
Kai-san. Chainsaw Man, technically. Yeah. A lot of or the looking at the 2015 to 2019 list of stuff that was started in that time, and then at the 2020s one really does scream that they thought they were being too picky in the 2015-2019 period, and then suddenly they started losing big series like Flies, and so have lowered their standards to an extent.
Too much, one might argue.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, you look at the batches. Like, very rarely are there. There are some batches where nothing survived long term, and most of them there's only one series that actually lasted long term. Whereas you look at fucking the 2020s one, more often than not, there's at least one, if not two, series from a batch that are still going.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly.
I mean, it very much depends on the batch, but for example, Elusive Samurai and Witch Watch came from the same batch and are still ongoing.
Okay, so the janitor is incredibly sus. Right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's working here without any fear or realization that, hey, the apocalypse is going on right now.
If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Okay, so I've got a theory.
Which is?
So, you know how, at the beginning of the game, Ahti was like, oh, you're here for the job, janitor's assistant. And it turned out we're the director. What if that is the same job? What if the director...
That was more, when you first said that, I was more thinking, Artie's like, I don't want no fucking assistant. I'll make her run the company.
Yeah, no, like, why do I get the feeling that Ahti's probably the one in charge? Also,
because go ahead.
No, because like Ahti likes to sing to himself a lot, but no one seems to recognize his singing, which is somewhat concerning.
And as I said, he's here, he's doing the cleaning, like, completely ignoring the fact that there are monsters running around and that people are dying. So, like, fairly sure he's in on it somehow.
I gotta say, Jesse's got great cardio and parkour ability. But seriously, the voice actress was an actor on Bold and the Beautiful. That is like...
Yeah.
Just... almost comical... That's an almost comical change of role.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room.
Right there, you say.
He was Sally Spectra.
Ah, that name physically hurts me. Oh no. Is it time? Oh, wait.
Oh, has your computer died?
I mean, we've been going for 2 hours as well.
We have been going for 2 hours, yeah.
Maybe the computer knew it was time. Yep, it died. Well, this was a fun little podcast where we ranted about anime and manga while some idiot played
And
Control
Doctor
in the
Who.
background.
And Doctor Who.
And Doctor Who!
I mean,
Go ahead.
I mean, these streams for us is basically just an excuse to like discuss shit rather than actually play a game.
I mean, yeah, it's like, that's kind of like the best... These are the streams I enjoy watching the most, quite frankly. Like, game streams, I like watching games in the background occasionally, but like, what I like the most is just watching people just talk about random nonsense while the games are playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is fun. So thank you everyone for joining us, and I am hoping to start streaming a little bit more frequently. So, whether I do some solo stuff or like do stuff with whoever is free at the time, I still really want to finish The Missing J.J. McField and the Island of Memories, and there's a new Swery65 game out as well, which is looks really interesting because it's very... The art style is a major departure from Swery65. So yeah, expect to see more stuff from me probably in the future, especially since I have like actual free time now.
I don't.
It's funny how that happened, huh?
Yeah.
Well, look on the
Well,
bright
she was-
side. At least
she
the
was on the
Masters is
Bones.
not as long as a Bachelor's.
Yeah. She was on Bones as well. Interesting.
So yeah, Mill, Thursday and Saturday, you guys have some stuff scheduled, I believe. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. What are we doing?
Thursday, Psychonauts 2. We are pretty much at the end game. I think we only have a couple of levels left. Saturday is the premiere stream for the fall anime season. I really need to do some watching on that front, but rest assured, I will be gushing about Visual Prison a lot. Sunday is the finale of our zombie apocalypse series of sessions in D&D. Frankly, my character has managed to get away with not actually fighting any zombies for the most part, only sort of taking pot shots when it's safe. But yeah,
That's really the
always
smartest
good.
way to survive a zombie apocalypse.
I mean, that was the thing. I walked into a tunnel, saw like some zombies, heard a bunch more, and Kaido seemed like he expected me to just fucking charge in like Leroy Jenkins. It's like, no, I'm going to be a coward on this occasion.
So, you know what? On the subject of zombie apocalypses, to a certain point, I never really bought into the idea, and then the Rona happened, and I'm like, oh, we'd be screwed if there was a zombie apocalypse.
But yeah, zombie apocalypse is probably one of my biggest fears. Certainly as a child, it was. Probably why that Doctor Who episode scared me so much. It's very akin to a zombie apocalypse.
And Saturday, what's the podcast?
Saturday, as I said, was full
okay.
premiere stream. And then next Tuesday will be continuation of this.
Yeah, and like we're gonna see if we can like. I'll talk to you about this after the stream, but we'll see if we can like sneak in some extra streams of just like random nonsense where we just kind of chat while doing some random stuff.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed our tier maker stream. Like I caught a little bit of the seasonal or the tier list you guys did last. Was it last week or the?
I believe it was last week. Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, so I caught a little bit of that, and that seemed fun as well. So we should probably like do some more of that.
Tier maker streams are fun.
Yeah, tier maker streams are fun, especially when you can like, especially when there's some contention there, right?
Yeah. We do currently have one scheduled. Yes. Next Thursday. For Halloween. Movie monster tier list.
Ooh, that seems fun. But yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us. It's been fun getting back to Control. Especially it's been refreshing after, several months of Mass Effect. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.